My name is Stephen Curley, and for a time at least, I am the chair of the Solo Small Firm and General Practice Division of the American Bar Association. A very good day to all of you. And it is indeed a very good day. This is the day set aside by our division to acknowledge the greatest thing any lawyer can do, and that is to make a difference. Differences in our society, communities, and profession. But very good days just don't happen. They have their own ingredients. First, I'd like to thank our awards committee. It takes remarkable people to select extraordinary people for these awards. And we're fortunate to have 5 such people at the division's disposal. Our chair, Travis Cushman, Gayla Anderson, Karen Goodman, Kay Hodge, and Thomas Urquhart. In a moment, you'll have the pleasure of enjoying their hard work on this very good day. Next, I'd like to thank our sponsors, our premier sponsor, Thomson Reuters, and our annual sponsors, Tabs 3 and ABA Retirement Funds. Without their support, this very good day would never happen. This very good day also requires the aid of our talented staff, and in particular, our program associate, Steve Wilde, who is monitoring this presentation today. Please accept a generous thank you from the division. And what would a good day be without friends? They certainly populate this gathering. In fact, on a personal note, I'd like to consider our honorees to be an old friend, a new friend, a close friend, and a friend indeed. Out of respect to them, I'll leave you to figure out which one's which. And then there are the final ingredients to a very good day, which are embodied in those recipients. Each of these awards has its own title and highlights a particular and wonderful contribution. But I'd like to think of each of them as the full flowering of 4 attributes we see far too little of in our time: charity, courage, inspiration, and joy. Each of today's recipients brings these precious gifts to the world around them uniquely. And on this very good day, we'll learn a little bit more about how they make their deliveries. But who am I to stand in the way of a very good day? And with that, I'll yield the floor to charity, courage, inspiration, and joy. Starting with an introduction by our chair of the awards committee, Travis Cushman.
Thank you, Chair Curley, for those wonderful opening remarks and that nice introduction. And welcome everyone to this year's Difference Makers Awards presentation. Now, this year I've had the honor to serve as the chair of the best committee in the Solo Small Firm General Division of the American Bar Association. Of course, this is the awards committee. I say this because the awards committee gets the pleasure of rewarding individuals who have made a difference in the lives of others. Now, these amazing individuals juggle their professional careers with their personal lives and also find the time to make a difference. The GPSolo 2021 award recipients have made a difference in their local community. They've made a difference by breaking barriers. They've made a difference through community service, or they've made a difference by service to the profession. Now, you can read all about our winners in our digital program by clicking on the link that is being displayed in the chat room. And you can rewatch this presentation at a later date by going to the GPSolo Division's YouTube channel. Now, these award winners, who we are here to celebrate today, have been chosen by division volunteers. And at this time, it's my pleasure to reintroduce these volunteers, the committee members that helped us make the decisions: Gayla Anderson, Karen Goodman, Kay Hodge, and Thomas Urquhart. I'd also like to re-thank our wonderful division staff member, Steve Wilde, as well as Kim Koshin, Sherry Napu, and Molly Hesse, because without their team, this grand celebration of champions would not be possible. I also want to give a big thanks to our supporting sponsors for all their generosity. They are our premier sponsor, Thomson Reuters, and our corporate sponsors, Tab 3 Software and the ABA Retirement Fund. Now, at this time, I will turn the screen over to committee member Kay Hodge, who will start the presentation by introducing our first award winner. Kay?
To introduce you to the individual who was receiving our Difference Maker Award. And I want to just tell you that this individual is particularly deserving of this award, which goes to an attorney or a non-attorney, in this case, an attorney, who has made a difference in the local community, and in this case, it's Chicago, and who lives in the local geographic area where we're holding our meeting. And so here we are giving the award to Aurora, Austriaco. I have to tell you that I first met Aurora when she was in the chairs to become the president, the first Asian American president of the Chicago Bar Association. And she is an incredible lawyer, but she brings to everything she does her personality and all of her energy, enthusiasm, and ideas. She is a founding partner in Valentine, Austriaco, and Bushel, PC, which is an all-woman-owned firm who's is engaged in commercial and business litigation and real estate.
Yes.
She is currently the Illinois State Delegate to the ABA House of Delegates. She's a past president of the National Conference of Bar Presidents. And she has served on numerous, both corporate and not-for-profit boards and other commissions. For example, she's a commissioner for the Illinois Court Commission, and she served as a commissioner for the Park Ridge Planning and Zoning Commission, and as commissioner for the Cook County Human Rights Commission, and she has served as an elected member of the District 207 School Board. You can see that she is someone who has made a difference. And with that, the GPSolo division is extraordinarily honored to present the Difference Maker Award to Aurora, Austriaco.
Thank you so much, Kay. I think with that introduction, I should really just not even say anything at this point. But thank you. First, congratulations to my fellow awardees, Bob Carlson, Alan Olson, and Haley Moss. I'm honored to be in your company. I'm humbled and honored to receive the Difference Makers Award. When I got the call from UK, I was so surprised and was at a loss for words. Thank you to my good friend Scott Labar for nominating me, believing in me, and to the nominating committee for selecting me. This award is very special. It's given to an individual who has made a difference in the local community, but we all have made a difference in our own communities. I accept this award not because of what I've done, but because of all you've done. You helped me, mentored me, guided me, worked with me, and stood by me to do the work so that we in turn can make a difference in people's lives. A little background about myself that you don't see on paper. I came here from the Philippines when I was 18. I came from a family of 8. My mom was a nurse and my dad was a pharmaceutical salesman. We lived a simple but hard life. With 8 kids, they realized that they couldn't afford to send all of us to college. I remember my sisters and I walking to school 1.5 miles each way in 100-degree weather temperature in the Philippines every day because we couldn't afford to pay for public transportation. But we didn't know any better. My parents decided to go to the US so they can provide for us and ensure that we get a good education. I remember my mom leaving for the United States, then my dad, and then my older siblings. And by the time then we came, I was 8 when my parents left for the US. And by the time we all got reunited, I was 18. For the parents in this room, you can certainly understand the sacrifice it took for my parents to do what they did, just so we can all have a better life. I worked full-time during the day, went to school at night, took out student loans to lessen the burden on my parents. If you had asked me when I was 18 whether I ever thought of me being a lawyer, I would have laughed at you. If you had asked me then whether I would be president of the Chicago Bar Association or of the National Conference of Bar Presidents, I would have said you're absolutely crazy. But yet, here we are. I didn't get here on my own. So many people have made a difference in my life, starting with my parents. Throughout my professional life, my North Star has always been to make a difference in people's lives. And I have so many people to thank. First, thank you to my husband of 28 years, Dr. Jerome Austriaco, and our two amazing daughters, Danielle and Isabel. Danielle just passed the bar and will be sworn in as a new lawyer in a few weeks. So we have a new ABA member. And my Isabel just graduated from Loyola Quinlan's School of Business. We're so proud of both of you. You guys inspire me and you keep me grounded. I love you guys. Thanks to my mentors and sponsors who have been with me since the beginning, who took a chance on me, opened doors for me, and kept them open for me. Peter Birnbaum, Laurel Bellows, Justice Joy Cunningham, Terry Murphy, Dennis Pierce, Justice Tom Kilbride, Judge Ann Claire Williams, and Robert Craghead. A shout out to my law partners at my all-women-owned law firm, Susan Valentine and Lydia Bushell, and all the wonderful lawyers at Valentine, Austriaco, and Bushell. And thanks to my Chicago Bar family and dearest friends, Beth McMean, Karen Litcher Johnson, Dan Coton, Dan Cotter, Judge Mariam Ahmad, Lynn Grayson, Judge Ken Wright, Anna Kralikowska, and Sandra Yamate. A shout out to my dear friends at the GPSolo division, who are also YLDers many moons ago, Laura Farber, James Durant, Scott Labar, Steve Curley, Dennis Aldana, Emmeline Meyerson, and Alan Olson, one of the awardees. Thanks to my National Conference of Bar President family for always being there for me, especially last year during my year as president and the pandemic hit. Jennifer Parent, Chris Hickey, Jonathan Cole, Lanny Lambert, Carol Corbin Walker, Fred Urey, Kate Madigan, Nate Alder, Mike Fried, Joe Sullivan, Robin Wolpert, and of course, Teresa Peavy, Pam Robinson, and Beth Cheng. And a shout out to my good friend, Frisch Rifo, Judy Perry Martinez, Bill Bay, Bob Carlson, another awardee, Reggie Turner, Deborah Enix Ross, Mary Smith, Rula Alush, Christina Plum, Bill Johnston, for giving me the opportunity to work with you at the ABA. As my favorite poet, Maya Angelou, said, to make a difference is not a matter of accident, a matter of casual occurrence of the tides. People choose to make a difference. So thank you for this amazing award. And as lawyers, let's keep making a difference. Thanks.
Our next recipient made international headlines as Florida's first openly autistic attorney. When she was diagnosed with autism at the age of 3, her parents were told that she might not ever finish high school or even earn a driver's license. Today, she is a lawyer, neurodiversity expert, keynote speaker, educator, and the author of 4 books that guide neurodivergent individuals through professional and personal challenges. Her books include Great Minds Think Differently, Neurodiversity for Lawyers and Other Professionals, the Young Autistic Adults Independence Handbook, a freshman survival guide for college students with autism spectrum disorders, and Middle School, the stuff nobody tells you about. A teenage girl with high functioning autism shares her experiences. She is a consultant to top corporations and nonprofits that seek her guidance in creating a diverse workplace and a sought after commentator on disability rights issues. Her articles have appeared in such publications as the Washington Post, Teen Vogue, GQ, Bustle, Fast Company, Law 360 Pulse, and our very own ABA Journal. She also co-hosts the Spectrumly Speaking podcast dedicated to women on the autism spectrum. She earned her law degree from the University of Miami School of Law and is a governor for the Florida Bar Young Lawyers Division and serves on the Florida Bar Journal editorial board, as well as the board of directors for the University of Miami, Nova Southeastern University Center for Autism and Related Disabilities. She's the recipient of many prestigious awards and honors, including the D30 Disability Impact List in 2021, the Road Less Traveled Award from Ms. JD in 2020, Outstanding Self-Advocate Award from the University of Miami Nova Southeastern University Center for Autism and Related Disabilities in 2018, and Public Self-Advocate of the Year for the Palm Beach County Special Needs Advisory Coalition, also in 2018. She has been profiled and interviewed numerous times for television, video, radio, podcasts, and print. It's now my distinct honor to present the 2021 GPSolo Making a Difference by Breaking Barriers awardee, Haley Moss.
Thank you so much for having me today. I am extremely honored and also humbled to be this year's Making a Difference by Breaking Barriers award winner. When I think about attorneys with disabilities, I often think about how many obstacles are in our paths. Stigma, calling our competence into question, denial of accommodations, or other people who just don't realize how much we are capable of. But that's not the focus of today. The focus of today is about our joy, our ambition, our accomplishments, and our dreams, the things that are often left out of the story of folks with disabilities, though today it is the most integral part of it. See, that's what this award represents, the resilience and spirit of disabled people who have continued to be marginalized and fight to be included in an inaccessible world that doesn't always recognize all of who we are. I am part of the new generation of attorneys born after the passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act in 1990. We grew up with the civil rights protections to be able to pursue our dreams without the additional hurdles of discrimination and a greater focus on access and inclusion. As part of Generation ADA, being an autistic attorney is part of that legacy of pursuing dreams and community inclusion. While I was in law school, I didn't know any other attorneys with autism or a similar condition. It was something that just wasn't talked about. That was 3 years ago when I graduated. We weren't talking about neurodiversity, people with disabilities like autism, ADHD, learning disabilities, intellectual and cognitive disabilities, or also mental health conditions. This silence sparked something in me to want to be able to have these conversations in an open and honest way that celebrates neurodiversity within our community and within our profession. I always felt empowered when I would meet other attorneys with disabilities. I think back to the passage of the ADA and the disabled activists who paved the way to make a journey like mine possible. There are so many people that contributed to making this world a better place for people with disabilities and people like me. I need to thank my family, to my parents, Sherry and Rick Moss, who always advocated alongside me, believed in me, and loved me no matter what. They would say yes when the rest of the world said no. They were told the doom and gloom when I was first diagnosed when I was 3 years old. They were told everything that I would not be able to do, who I might become. And in the face of that, they said, not today. We have a different idea. We're going to try something else. They said yes. They believed in me. You also have the ability to say yes when the world might be saying no. It might not always be a popular thing to do, but saying yes when the world says no is that courage of conviction, that belief in somebody. That is the most powerful difference you can make for someone. I also have to thank the lawyers with disabilities who came before me, whose shoulders I stand on, those who paved the way. And of course, to the next generation of law students and lawyers with disabilities, who now hopefully know that their dreams and goals are possible. There is someone in your corner who is going to say yes. When I was in law school, this would have seemed absurd or impossible to reach this height or to even get to talk about what attorneys with disabilities like autism can even do. That is entirely possible. There are folks who are rooting for you. There are people in your corner. Our profession, day by day, is becoming more accessible and inclusive and willing to learn and grow. And that makes me so hopeful for the future, that together we can continue to break down barriers. Each one of us has that potential to make that difference. And for that, I thank you, and I look forward to having more amazing days together. Thank you.
I'm honored to say a few words this afternoon on behalf of my good friend Alan Olson on his receipt of the 2021 Difference Maker Award for Community Service. In submitting Alan's nomination, I was given the opportunity to solicit 3 letters of support. I asked fellow division members Melanie Bragg, Scott LeBar, and James Durant. They responded. I mention this because the 4 of us could not have come from more different backgrounds, yet there were 2 themes unique in all of our comments. 1, Alan is extremely blessed in many ways and has experienced good fortune in his personal life and legal career. 2, and this is important, he shares his amazing talents and good fortunes to improve the lives of others. Alan demonstrates through intentional efforts that blessings and good fortunes are not to be amassed for purely personal gain, but to be shared with others to help them rise as far as their God-given potentials will allow. This is what Alan Olson has done in the 35 years I've known him and before, and this is why Alan Olson is deserving of the 2021 Difference Maker Award for Community Service. The name Alan Olson is synonymous with service to the community. As a teenager, Alan earned the top rank of Eagle Scout in the Boy Scouts of America. For his final project, Alan designed bird feeders and organized volunteers to erect these bird feeders at various retirement homes and taught residents to identify various species of birds. Alan was inspired by his father-in-law, a college professor who taught the foundational systems of community. Applying the lessons Alan learned from Boy Scouts and his father-in-law, he has made a meaningful and lasting difference in the lives of people through service to others and in the community. Alan has appeared on numerous television broadcasts instructing parents on a variety of topics, including child toy safety and parenting skills. He and his family have worked with others to assemble meals from the heartland, which are distributed throughout the world to feed others. Alan has raised money to dig wells in foreign countries so more people would have access to safe water. He actively supplies a variety of community pantries with food, clothing, toys, and related supplies so low-income, unemployed, and underemployed individuals will have some of life's necessities that we all take for granted. Alan's volunteer work has included serving on many community boards, including serving as president of the Iowa Legal Aid Board of Directors, Drake Law School Board of Counselors, the Iowa Trial Lawyers Association, and the Iowa Association for Justice. Alan has served on the boards of the Iowa Legal Aid Foundation and the Iowa Civil Justice Foundation. He has served in representative leadership roles in the American Bar Foundation, the American Bar Association House of Delegates, the National Order of Barristers, and the American Board of Trial Advocates. In addition, Alan has advised at least one former Iowa governor on matters of significant community development and service. Alan is the chair of the Fellows of the Iowa State Bar Foundation, which organizes activities and curriculum in furtherance of community service projects throughout Iowa. Alan has volunteered many hours coaching and judging collegiate mock trial. His teams won national championships in 1989 and 1992. As a result, in 1999, at the age of 31, Alan was inducted into the American Mock Trial Association's Judges Hall of Fame. Of course, Alan also served as the chair of the American Bar Association Young Lawyers Division during the 2002 to 2003 bar year and committed his term to focusing on furthering the education of children and communities throughout the United States. With that all said, I would be remiss if I did not tell you about Alan's greatest passion, what really drives him. Alan demonstrates what Mother Teresa meant when she said, "Love begins by taking care of one's at home." Alan is a devoted husband and a devoted father. Alan and his high school sweetheart, Carla Olson, began dating when they were 15 years old and have been happily married for 32 years. They are members of the Lutheran Church of Hope in West Des Moines, Iowa. Alan and Carla have worked to instill a commitment to community service in their boys, Derek Alan Olson, 22, and Logan Eric Olson, age 20. My friends, please join me in congratulating Alan O. Olson on receipt of the 2021 Difference Maker Award for Community Service. Congratulations. Job well done.
Well, first of all, I just want to say some words of thanks. I want to start by thanking my high school sweetheart and my wife, Carla, of 32 years. It seems that if there is such thing as a soulmate, I found mine at the age of 15, and I've been hanging out with her ever since. Some people even say we share halves of the same brain. So for those keeping count at home, that would give her 1.5. I want to thank Judge Henry Hamilton III for nominating me for this award and for that very generous introduction. Henry, I appreciate you. To the awards committee, under the capable leadership of Chairman Travis Cushman, Gayla, Karen, Kay, Thomas, I want to sincerely thank you all for the privilege of this honor. This one really means a lot. My favorite part of community service is that anyone can do it, and everyone is capable of it. So in the spirit of this award and in celebration of the collective difference made by all of today's honorees, I simply want to encourage all in attendance today as community leaders and distinguished influencers to tell everyone who will listen, start where you are. Use what you have and do what you can. And together we can continue to strengthen communities by making a positive, meaningful, and lasting difference in the lives of real people. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is John Mudd. I am the Executive Director of the State Bar of Montana, and it's my privilege today to present the last award for our ceremony, the Making a Difference Through Service to the Profession Award, and to present that award to someone who's made a huge difference in my own life. I wouldn't be in the job I am, but for Bob Carlson. Bob is from Butte, Montana. Those of us in Montana sometimes refer to it as Butte, America. That's how the immigrants would address their mail sent to the United States from home to the folks working in the hard rock mines in Butte back in the day. And Butte people have a few things in common. They are proud to be from Butte. They are incredibly hard workers, and they take care of one another. And I can't think of three things that describe Bob Carlson better than that. He is proud to be from Butte and from Montana, a proud graduate of the University of Montana and the University of Montana School of Law. He is an incredibly hard worker. Bob is known not just for his service to the bar in Montana, but for his exceptional abilities as an attorney. And he has been a longtime member of the firm of Corrette, Black, Carlson, Mickelson, and Butte, and a longtime member of the Montana bar in so many different ways. Bob serves without fail whenever he is asked to. He served as the chair of the Board of Trustees of the State Bar of Montana, as president of the organization. He later took that to his work as a delegate to the American Bar Association, where he served in the House of Delegates, later on the Board of Governors, and of course, as president of the American Bar Association. As president, Bob championed a number of things, and any of us who have spent time with him know how passionate he is about issues ranging from advancing diversity to student wellness, fighting for access to justice for all, and to working to help those seeking refuge in the United States. Something that harkens back, I think, again, to the immigrant experience of Butte, which is so much of a part of who Bob is. Bob is emblematic in Montana of what it is to be a Montana lawyer. He was not the first from Montana to serve as president of the American Bar Association. That was William J. Jameson. Judge Jameson served in the 1950s, and our highest award from the State Bar of Montana is the Jameson Award. Judge Jameson, of course, perhaps it won't surprise you to learn this, was also from Butte, a town of about 30,000 people. Bob follows in his footsteps, and we all follow in Bob's footsteps. He is an inspiration to all of us, and it's my privilege to present to him today the Making a Difference Through Service to the Profession Award. Bob, congratulations.
Well, thanks, John, for that very kind introduction. It's always interesting to hear your life being described through the lens of your close friends. So much appreciated. Congratulations to my good friends, Aurora and Alan, and my new friend Haley for the awards today, but also for your dedicated service to the profession and to your communities, and for making such a difference in the lives of so many people. Thanks to Chair Curley and the other members of the executive committee, and to the division's members, many of whom I've served with and known for a long time. And of course, fellow Montanan Travis Cushman and the members of the awards committee for honoring me with this award. It's humbling that you selected me to join the distinguished group of current and past honorees. It really means a lot. So thanks. And no division or section or forum or entity of the ABA gets anything done without the dedicated work of our fine staff. So thanks to Kim and Steve and the rest of the division staff for your continued years of great work and service on the behalf of the division, its members, and of course the ABA. There's a few Montanans that always get involved in these things, and I want to thank them, Judge Leslie Halligan, Bob Phillips, Paul Kurgis, and Matt Teal, all longtime ABA members, and 3 out of the 5 were, or 3 out of the 4 were past presidents of the State Bar of Montana. And finally, thanks to Cindy for her love and support for these many, many years, and for not only being there, but traveling with me to places and showing our children who now have children of their own what it is to have parents who sharing each other's joys and sorrows, and realizing that one person can sometimes bear the load for a while, which teaches you to be independent and gives you a sense of self-determination and the joys and successes of hard work. Most of you have met our three children through the years of my service as the chair of the House and also the president. So this is accepted for them. The work of the division and the ABA is critically important. There are many challenges these days, but as leaders, we are particularly equipped to not only meet those challenges, but also to help others in the profession and in our communities. Each of us needs to be helpers now more than ever. We need to be helpers to serve our members, to improve the profession, and to promote values we stand for. We also need to be helpers like the three difference makers who received awards today, to share their knowledge, their passion, their talents, their commitment, their dedication, and their love to those, not their family members, their clients, and the members of their communities, both close to home and across this country. We need to reach out to lawyers who are members and not members, to instill in them the value of membership in the association and the great benefits that we have all received over the years. These are particularly true these days for solo and small firm lawyers. The benefits of the ABA, in fact, now more than ever, if you're not a member of the ABA, you're losing out on something that would benefit you, your clients, your family, and your community. In these challenging times, we also need to be helpers who say no to division, to helplessness, and to fear. We need to be helpers who stand for the organized bar's values of unity, diversity, inclusion, and justice for all. We must continue to keep alive the flame of public awareness of how democratic institutions preserve our liberty and help us preserve justice. People in our communities trust us and look up to us to do the right thing. We need to continue to lead, driven by hope for a better future. Thank you all, and to Haley and Alan and Aurora for making such a difference in the lives of so many. It's an honor to receive this award, which doesn't really show up under my screen here. And be safe, be well, and take care until we can see each other in person. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Bob, Alan, Haley, and Aurora. I thank each of you winners for taking the time to make a difference, and also for taking the time to be here today. I appreciate all of you taking the time to be here today to give us your inspirational remarks and to talk about your personal life a little bit. We as a division are so fortunate to be able to honor you amazing individuals. So again, congratulations and thank you. I'd also like to thank or rethank our hardworking ABA GPSolo division staff, our generous sponsors, my fellow awards committee members, and our division chair, Steve Curley, for giving us the opportunity to be part of this incredible celebration. I'd also like to thank the individuals who introduced our award winners and all of you who are watching this year's virtual awards presentation. Now, I look forward to seeing everyone in person at our next division meeting, our spring meeting, which will take place in Los Angeles, California, starting on April 27th, 2022. The meeting will be a joint meeting of the GPSolo division and ABA section of dispute resolution. So together there will be plenty of great programming, additional networking, and of course, fun events. Now, I will close by inviting everyone to stay online with us so you can virtually network and interact with the Difference Makers Award winners. So please stay with us. Again, my name is Travis Cushman, and until we meet in the future, I hope you all stay healthy and safe. Thank you.